Hello, hello. It's Thursday morning. Welcome to West Breakfast. Hashtag what are you saying? My name is Omotoshola Shari Makin. Glad to have you join us this morning. Today, Thursday, is when we bring matters to the table for we the ladies to talk about. Today, we don't used to bring in guests. We are the one talking. And you are the one calling in to send your contributions to us to let us know your thoughts on different issues. And with me are the ladies. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
See Vanessa. I love how you poured out your hair. It looks so good
Yeah.
compared to before when you just, pack it out. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing amazing. I'm amazing. I slept like a baby, woke up strong. Coming to work today was a breeze. So
It was a roller coaster of fun.
It's the plenty grammar she was using, and I love it. Yeah, you slept like a baby, woke up breeze. Come on.
I guess the contrary would be the flip side. What
I
was
swear,
your
it's
own
in the
night
opposite
dress?
direction.
I figured.
Literally slept late. I mean, look at my voice. I'm not feeling too well. Stomach ache as
sorry.
usual.
Sorry about that.
But I'm good. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I guess you
Thank
need
you.
some pampering, getaway,
Do you understand?
staycation, and something like that.
Holy Ghost. We'll be
I'm so
okay.
sorry. And for me, I think nobody cares about me on this table.
Oh,
Nobody
no,
cares to
that's a lie
ask how
now.
my night
Oh,
was.
How are
How's
you?
it? How's it?
How was
are
your
you?
I made
night?
a resolution last night
Oh,
that I was
okay.
going to be intentional about waking up early.
Okay.
So I woke up pretty early this morning.
Hallelujah.
I mean, I timed everything I did, and I realized that I think I used to spend like close to 1 hour. I don't know. Does it happen to you ladies? You think from waking up till you finish dressing will take you less than 30 minutes. But when you time yourself, you find out that it takes close to 1 hour.
I agree.
Right. So the
I
reality
think it's
hit me. I was
not
like,
for
oh wow, what am I doing? I'm not even doing my makeup. So why the hell? How did I spend close to 1 hour trying? But then I realized I still love the fact that I had enough time to still chill in bed after doing all of that for a bit before preparing to go to work. It was awesome. I think I like that. Now I need consistency. Well, I hope your night was good as well. If you are here to subscribe to our YouTube channel, I really do not know what you're waiting for. Artificial Upgrade TV. Click the subscribe button now. Like and share the link to family and friends. It's our morning. It's our ladies' morning out. Abby, can we say it that way? And this beautiful morning, we are talking about a very important question. I mean, can colorism destroy one's self-esteem? I know you already say one or two things. I know some are saying yes, and I know some are already saying no. But don't worry. When we get to that part, we'll explain better and we'll also listen to your own view. Right now, we are going to take a break to return with headlines across the globe. Let's take a look at what is happening in and outside of Nigeria. We'll be right back shortly. So glad to have you back on the show this morning. This is Waste Breakfast, hashtag what are you saying? And this is where we get to review some of the pages of today's newspaper. Let's take a look at what's trending in today's newspaper. And today we will be reviewing the Guardian newspaper, the Punch newspaper, and also the New York Times. And I will be starting from the Guardian newspaper where we have a lot of stories there. The major headline, which is, I don't know, I love animation when I'm reading newspaper. There's a way it conveys the message, and they are being sarcastic in a way, and they are telling what the real thing is. I think I was comment Business Day for that. They are very sarcastic with the animation telling. So the major headline on Guardian newspaper reads, amid hurdles, public varsities make 12 billion naira from transcript requests in 5 years. Whoa. And away from that, CBN auctions $876 million at about 1,495 naira per dollar to clear retail FX request backlog. At the bottom corner, don't fund policies with unions deal. Ministry tells NLC. And TUC. By the right side corner of the Guardian newspaper, economic sabotage, Senate queries $1.5 billion spent on Port Harcourt's refinery. Sanusi limits Kano's violent protest to intelligence failure. Then on the back and forth on the oil subsidy. Despite subsidy removal, Nigeria spends $600 million monthly on fuel imports. Away from that, 24,816 people killed, 15,597 kidnapped to Nigeria in 5 years. Then Tinubu says in another address, Tinubu asked Nigerians to look beyond temporary pains. And finally, and last but one, grandma, son, grandchildren die after Amala meal in Ilorin, Kwara State. And finally, cool terrorism threatening West Africa's existence, says CDS. And the story that piqued my interest, that although I would not be taking the details, is the public varsities make 12 billion naira from transcript requests in 5 years. I mean, every graduate understand what it means. When you leave school, I think after your service, there's a time you have to go back to request for your transcript. And there's script student copy, and there's, if you want to do your master's, there's that school copy. So to request for student copy, you pay alumnus, alumni fee, you pay for maybe convocation fee, you pay for awards, you pay for award. So now it means all these monies are not being accounted for public universities, because I paid mine when I wanted to process my masters. I paid mine to process for masters. I paid to process for student copy. Only to find out now in the news that they've made over 12 billion from transcript requests in 5 years. Just transcript requests. Something that should be sent to us for free, because we paid school fee. Before we even cleared for NYSC, we paid different days, this, that. Now, I'm trying to process my certificate lately, and I've been told to pay 10,000 this, 10,000, like 25,000 naira just to process certificate. And I've paid for transcript. This is appalling. And now the public universities are saying that students will start paying for light bill separately. We understand light bill is separate, but all this money you are scraping from our head, we use it to balance up. Then I also like to talk about this Sanusi link, because I said I picked your interest. Is it on your headline? Let's have you take that.
It's on there actually below.
Okay.
So we're taking the Punch newspaper today, and we'll start with the major headline, which says, hunger protest loses steam as DSS grills 7 foreigners. Underneath that, we have police cracks down halt protests, US, UK demand dialogue, Northern governors relax curfew. Just below that, we have Sanusi blames Kano looting on intelligence failure. Tension rises as soldiers shoots boy in Kaduna. Just below that, we have Nigeria urges ECOWAS defense chiefs to curb cops. And by the left corner, we have, below on the left corner, we have power generation hits 3-year high of 5,105 megawatts. By the side, we have EFCC quizzes Ogun officials over government funds. And by the right, we have Olympics, Gallant the Tigress bow out in Q finals. On top of the headline, we have crude crisis, National Assembly to probe NNPC Dangote refinery. And by the side, we have CBN dumps 12 months forex policy with 8,706 million auction. And by the right, we have fuel queues may linger till next week. I want to dwell on the major headline because it's captured my attention. And it just says that the national security agencies have taken it upon themselves to detain some of these people who they believe are causing violence and disturbing the peace and unity in society. Those people who, in the northern areas like Kano, Katsina, Gombe, Abuja, them, who were flagging the Russian flags. They believe that this was treason and they deserve to be punished for that offense. So, yeah, they're taking it upon themselves. And now the The hunger protest had actually reduced compared to how it was in the beginning.
Yeah.
Now, in those sides now, it's less.
Yeah.
Like, most people didn't come out on Wednesday. There weren't people really coming out on Wednesday to protest.
I saw a video where I think in Zaria they were still looting a warehouse, maybe a bakery or something. I think I was seeing breads come out of the warehouse, and I saw a news where I don't know if you saw the video of a 16-year-old boy that was shot dead by the police.
Yes.
How on earth would you collect 300,000 naira for the death of your child? I have a conversation with an elderly person, and the person said, you'll be surprised that in the next 2 weeks, the man will pick up a new wife. And I'm wondering, how do they reason? That's why I love the fact that Sanusi said is lack of intelligence. I think that says it all.
Is it lack of intelligence? Or is it,
I do not understand.
It's starting from the fact that these people are not educated.
Yes, intelligence. They don't have education.
So
they are not
they're
intelligent.
not
You might not be educated and still know what is good and what is bad.
That's what
now,
I'm
they
saying.
were confusing Russian flag and army flag. It's a lot of back and forth,
Are
right?
you even sure that's a confusion?
That's what I was about to say. Are we sure that's a confusion?
Are you sure that's a confusion? Or is it? The truth is, see, when you are doing something and it's intentional, right, and you're not caught, you know, the only way you can now, like, probably make it look like so that you don't get caught up with it. And I feel like that's why even in the law they say ignorance is not an excuse. Do you understand? Because these people come out, I'm not a lawyer, because I just studied law. Yeah, but these people come out every time and they make it look like, oh, this is how it is. We are not educated, or, you know, they try to make it look like it's really not their fault so that you don't hold them responsible for it. Do you get what I'm saying? I was checking the street of social media yesterday, and guess what? VDM2 is not part of the names of people that they said sponsor this thing. Honestly, there's a lot going down.
Really?
Yeah. His name is added now. So
Wow.
let's see how it unfolds. Let's see how it looks like, because there's just a lot to actually talk about. Speaking to that police thing here, I was checking through the social media yesterday again, and I was just reading the story. So you want to go and they want to shoot, according to the story here, I think they had like hoodlums, or do I say thieves, or just people there that they wanted to actually kill or hit, right? Then the guy was just there. I don't know how he was there, whether it's actually
That's
from
his
the
boy.
criminal people.
So it doesn't sound older
Because he's a boy, actually,
Yeah.
right? Then, mistakenly, they shot him. So this person now is dead, yeah? The police officer, according to that story, is arrested. We don't know. I'm very sure after that, after this whole thing that we just know about now, we'll not know what's going to happen next. You just spoke about the fact that the family collected 300,000 naira.
and he took a picture. Obviously, he has dropped charges.
Beautiful.
Obviously, he has dropped charges.
Of course.
I don't understand why you have to trade the life of your child for 300K.
It's two ways. It's two ways. So it's either you collect it or you forget about it. What do you think about that?
Regardless, then I feel like if you forgot about it, then it's a good fight. 300K in this economy is less than, let's say, close to, it now was 120K to 150K.
Again,
I was
it
telling
depends.
someone that if you want to steal, the person was saying, oh, I'm so tired, I want to give up, maybe I start stealing. I'm like, how much do you want to steal? 2 million cannot even take care from now up until December.
I beg you.
Let's look at New York Times, please.
We'll be all right in this country. All right, so the New York Times newspaper. The left side of the newspaper has Google really makes waves for its rivals. Predictor of direction, antitrust law will go. All right, but the right side has Minnesota's worries is Harris' choice of running mate. With plain-spoken criticism of Trump, governors eclipses bigger names. All right, so beneath that reads Muslim-friendly housing plan test, the boundaries of inclusion. Left to that, a nation whose only certainty is uncertainty. All right, left side to that is the last headline of the newspaper, and it reads French Christian. We have Olympics speak Chinese eatery. All right, the headline that particularly intrigues me is the Minnesota's words is Harris' choice for running mate with plain-spoken criticism of Trump. Governor eclipses bigger names. All right, so Kamala Harris chose Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota as her running mate for the presidential ticket, despite having other candidates with more recognition. Now, Walz stood out due to his plain-spoken criticism of former President Trump and his straightforward style. Now, his background as a teacher, football coach, and a bipartisan governor appealed to Harris, who values loyalty and the ability to effectively support her. So, I mean, you know, before now, we are talking about Kamala Harris had like few persons that she wasn't sure of who would be her running mate, you know, who would be like joining her as probably as vice president, since she's running for the office of the president in the U.S. So now she has come into conclusion of choosing one person, that's Tim Walz. So, I mean, fingers crossed. Let's see what Trump has to say about this, because I know for sure that he's somewhere looking at the news and probably smiling or probably thinking of what next to do.
Yeah, man. I love this political game playing tactics.
I love it, honestly.
There's a way he plays politics, and I feel like there's no difference between Nigerian politics and American politics.
Yeah, because, I mean, Nigeria is actually just following them. Or,
so
okay,
even if they don't have
whatever
APC
they
and
do.
PDP,
So.
they just Republican and Democrat.
It doesn't have to be the same name, literally. It's the same method.
Now we are going on a quick break, and when we return, we are going to be having a very serious conversation, and we're also going to be opening phone lines for you to call in and also let us know what your thought about this is. Please be on standby. We'll be back in a moment. You're welcome back to the show. As mentioned earlier, we are diving into a critical topic that affects many but oftentimes goes unnoticed. The topic is, can colorism destroy one's self-esteem? Well, I'll start with the definition of colorism for people that really do not know what it means. Colorism means prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group. Colorism is discrimination based on skin tone, whether lighter skinned individuals are often unfairly favored over darker skinned individuals within the same racial or ethnic group. This form of bias can deeply influence how individuals are treated and perceived in various settings. Self-esteem, on the other hand, is an overall sense of self-worth and personal values that shapes our confidence and emotional well-being. Today, we will be discussing whether colorism affects our self-esteem or it does not, and how it affects our self-esteem and self-worth in general. I'll start with, ladies. Have you ever been talked down on your skin, or maybe your stature, or your skin and stature? Let's start from that.
Well, I used to be very, very light. Like, I used to be like, oh, this is when they call them yellow purple type of complexion. And then, as you can see me now, I'm not like that before. And then some people will just, like, come to me and they'll be like, this is your skin, Sif. Why is this place like this? Why are you dark there? Why is this place like, you know, they just talk to me like, and I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I've been going to school. I work under the sun. What does he expect? And then I'm just, sometimes it's quite annoying.
Right.
Because it's not like it's just one person that's coming to meet me or it's just one person that spoke to me about it. Some people just come like, out of the blue, why we just, like, complexion, why is that a topic? Why is that something we should be talking about?
Did it at any point affect your self-esteem, or did you at any point feel like, or maybe you're not beautiful enough? Maybe if you had worked on the skin that they mentioned, maybe you'd have been more beautiful. Did it?
No, never actually, because in as much as it has happened to me before, when people question my complexion, or they would come and meet me, that yeah, we question my complexion, I have never felt okay, oh, my complexion isn't that good or anything like that, because it's not as much as maybe those that are darker than me. Because I feel like those that are darker than me have received more questions concerning their complexion than I have. I remember this particular time, or there are times when in school, all these darker people, not this this dark complexion. There's even as much as they're dark, there's still those that are darker, and there's some that they will call like chocolate complexion, you know.
And there's ebony.
Yeah, a lot of, you know. So those people that are maybe darker than the usual, they're always like, oh, I can't see you.
Oh, wow.
No, I can't see you. Or they would switch off the lights and they'll be like, oh,
We can
where is
see your
Dudu,
teeth.
right?
Oh,
Is it Dudu
where
they
is
call?
Skin Dudu.
where are you? I can't see. And I'm like, I never made fun of them because personally, I love dark skin. I feel like it's shiny, more melanin, you know. But people always make fun of it. And sometimes I'm just like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Sometimes I'm like, oh. But I really do not understand why.
You talked about something the other time. Say people that are darker than you. Let's hear from God's beauty. Because colorism oftentimes affects the dark-skinned people, and I am no exception. So let's hear from
really?
you. Yeah.
So honestly, I mean, of course, I do hear when people say that, oh, you look darker, or honestly, like this, it has never happened to me. I think you just being self-aware. I'm not living, and you not being delulu helps you a lot, honestly speaking.
Delusional.
Yeah, and you not being delusional helps you a lot. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if you're telling me, oh, God's beauty, you're dark, I know I'm dark there. So I won't literally see that as an insult. So I don't know if, like you're saying, the question you asked, if anybody has probably said that to insult me, I did not rate it as insult. Because I feel like it's you just telling me the obvious or stating the obvious.
Oh, wow.
Do you understand? So, I mean, looking at my skin here, I know for sure that I am not like very dark. I'm supposed to be like the chocolates or the brown, whatever they call it. So if you're coming to tell me, oh, this is how you're looking, that's on you.
Awesome. Now, this entire colorism thing didn't start with Nigerians or start from Nigerians. Although, you know, anything Nigerian pick up like this, we always take it over. This thing started in Rwanda during the Rwanda genocide. It happened between 7th of April and 19th of July 1994 during the Rwandan Civil War. During this period of about 100 days, members of the Tutsi minority ethnic group, as well as some moderate Hutu and Twa, were killed by armed Hutu militias. Why? Because of their skin. I've never for once faced skin issue, but I think for the better part of my life, on my upbringing, I faced body shaming. Very serious body shaming.
Okay.
I used to be a very thin lady. I mean, I've had this small stature all along. So I think if I should wake up one day I'm big, it would be a problem. So even at home, there's a name they call me in my dialect that it's depicting that, okay, I'm too small. I should probably remain somewhere, right? So I grew up with that mentality of, oh, I'm not good enough. I mean, stature-wise. Yes, I've always been very confident. Yes, I mean, my secondary school, I started newscasting on my secondary school assembly. I attended girls-only school. Our principal was a white woman, right? So I've always had this confidence, but I wasn't proud of myself. When I grew up, left university, I started to meet different people. I wanted to be a little bit more chubby because people coming to me were seeing me as, oh, this girl should be like in SS2. But I was done. I mean, I've left uni. How many years now? And you know, these new generation babies, everybody has big stature. There are times there was a time I met my junior sister's mate at salon, and I used sis for her. Only if my junior sister to come, I say, hi, look at you. How are you doing? And I'm like, oh, wow. And I already used sis for the person. And the person collected the sis. It's not a fault, right? So it made me to say, okay, I'm not enough. Then I started to check online, what can I do to make me add weight? And I saw a lot of smoothies online, and I started to buy them. Maybe I should have used the money to invest in something else. I started to buy the likes of banana, oats, peanut butter. I had the blender normal. So I was taking smoothie 3 times a week, just because I wanted to add weight. I took it for like 3 to 6 months. I'm not sure I added a bit. All through that time, I think I stopped looking at myself in the mirror. I just wanted to just add up small. Even if I'm like, then it got worse that I do not wear skirts and I do not wear gown at all. I mean, for like 3, 4, 5 years, I don't wear gown and skirt at all. I wear straight trousers. Then I had this boyish look in a way. So there was a time I was even doing, I think, tomboy or so, yeah.
I did that too.
Because I felt like, I don't have anybody to flaunt now, so let me just look like a boy. So I had pants, male pants, stripes at the side. I had guys' brogues. It was it for me then. Yes, I was working in a media house, but then when I'm going on air, I'm wearing the corporate heels and all of that. But off air, I'm looking like a tomboy. I didn't like the life too. One day, I just woke up and I realized I've added weight just like that. So for the better part of my life, I can relate when people bleach their skin. So now let's go to, why do you think people bleach their skin?
Lack of acceptance in the society.
What about self-esteem issue?
It's actually a self-esteem issue. Because, I mean, like I said, I think number one is probably you're not accepting who you are. I understand the society thing here, that, people that are fair are actually more beautiful than the people that are darker. Like, some people will even ask, why are you dark? What kind of question is that?
Exactly.
But, really. But, I mean, I guess the society thing as well. But what I'm saying now is, majority of, like what happened most times is the fact that these people refuse to accept who they are. Do you understand? You being self-aware and not living in that world of fantasy, and you saying, if you already believe first.
Is that enough?
But I mean, that's a start. Because you will not catch me anywhere saying that I want to actually use bleaching cream. It will not be me. Can't be me. It will not be me. Because I, first of all, understand that this is my skin. I am beautiful the way I am. Do you understand what I'm saying? I keep saying this not because it's my name. This is because it's something that I am self-aware of. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. So if you're already self-aware of who you are, accepting who you are, even down to your body. When I was in secondary school, I don't know why, sometimes I just tell people that I've actually not been bullied before. Because I try as much as possible for it not to really get to me. And the truth is, it really does not get to me. So even when I was in school, there's always this, I was, like, all my life, so opposite of you, I was always chubby. I was always like this. Do you understand? So I think at some point, I was a bit older than my age. It's not now that my age can actually now tally, and that's due to exercise, working, eating the kind of food I'm supposed to be eating and all of that, But I mean, back then, I was always older than my age. So there's always this, you're looking big, you're looking this. But guess what? When I was, I've always been a dancer right from when I was in primary school. So you insult me that, I am looking this type of way. I insult you back by telling you that I can actually do anything with my body. So there's always this, leave God's beauty, or no go there. She get body, but she didn't use her well. I get that a lot. Do you understand? So it really doesn't get to me. I see other people in my class where they insult them. You see them cry. You see them, and that's because probably, it gets to them. I understand that.
But is it easy? That's the question.
It's actually not easy.
I want us to start addressing it from our child before we take it to the pop culture, before we take it to professional landscape. Now, we all attended primary school, either public or private. There's someone who call skin dudu. There's people who call pokio in Yoruba dialect. It means people that are very, very choppy. Some people, when they are big, big and looking rich, call them biggie. Big and looking rich, you call them okpom.
Hey,
these names are not nice.
From?
To be honest, they are not nice names. We call them okpom. We used to call them lekpashandi, sisi pelebe, ayongbe. Not my school. Not my school as a. But these are things like here, ayongbe weight. Well, a lot of things they affect you. Pankere wagam. Right. So I feel like when people start to call you this name, and look at yellow popo, and everybody in the street is calling you yellow popo. Do you understand? Everybody in the street is calling you pelebe, sisi pelebe, anti English. For instance, they call me anti English.
They call me Americana. So, even when I cannot even speak like that. Honestly.
So all these things affect. How were you able to pull out yourself? Because you're saying that you have tough skin. You've been able right from childhood. Yes, you were bigger than your age. Me, I was like 10 years younger than my age. I mean, after uni, boys coming to me at the time were people that I could give birth to.
Oh my Lord.
I think that was what made me say, okay, no, I'm taking smoothie.
Wow.
Yeah, it was that bad. I've left school. I was already processing masters and everything. But people coming to me where people are like, I'm in Patton University. I'm like, oh wow, even my third brother is almost done with school. It's that bad. So how were you able to carve a niche for yourself? Was it your mom? Was it because then let's say the closest to you there was your mom, not a best friend or something. How were you able to say, okay, I'm big, but that's it. I'm big, but I have good self-esteem. How were you able to grow that?
Honestly, sometimes I even ask myself, like, why am I this confident? Because,
Actually.
no, honestly, because I think I am, you know, even with my small age then, I could actually tell anybody that cares to listen that, oh, I can do this. And it's on you to believe or not. Like, even till now, I still have that mentality here. I can actually walk up to anybody, like when I say anybody now, and actually tell you what I feel like telling you. So it's on you to actually take it or not take it. Do you get? So I really don't know where that confidence comes from, but I would also say this, that, okay, I think the kind of parenting style you actually give your kids does matter too. Because, I mean, growing up, if you're always shutting them out, if you're always telling them to stay quiet, don't talk and all of these things, of course that affects their well-being, that affects psychologically now, mentally and all of that. Because, I mean, when they not get to certain places, they don't get to talk. Apart from the fact that it might just be the person's nature. Okay, let me use this example. Like when I was growing up, yeah, I can, like I said, if I can tell my mom anything, I can actually practically tell anybody that cares to listen. Do you get what I'm saying? My mom will shut you up. Even when what you're saying probably is even an insult to her or doesn't make sense to her, she will listen to you. Do you understand? Even down to my dad, he will listen to you. He would, no matter, just say you're rubbish. They will listen to you, right? Now, where the difference now is, you look at my junior sister. Growing up, they don't have that, like, plenty time for them to listen to her. So she's a bit quiet. Growing up, she was a bit, like, very quiet, unlike me, because we are just 2 years, but they had more time for me than her. So it's now when now she's growing up, because I'm way older than her. So for every time that she wants to talk, I give her that listening ear, because that was something that my parents did that they are not doing for her. So it made her a bit quiet. Although I might say it's a nature, yeah, but it made her quiet, so she cannot really speak to everybody. And so there was this program that was coming up that I wanted to, like, put her on. If not now, it's not that she's a bit more, exposed. She actually speaks it, but not a lot of persons. She can be in this room and you will not know somebody's here. That's how she is. But if I'm here, you will know I'm here. Do you understand?
Let me cut you in there. You were being called yellow purple. They told you right to your face that your skin tone would have been better.
Yes.
What did you do better?
Nothing. I
How?
don't do anything. Because, I don't know. I think right from day one, actually, I've always been like, I love myself. I always got me. I'm always like, oh, I was like this chakra proud girl. So I always like, oh, I love myself. Like, very beautiful girl, Malichanwa, that kind of thing. So when someone's coming to meet me, I'm just like, who are you? Like, I don't know. I always had it in me. Like, you can't talk down to me. It's not possible. So I'm always like, oh, okay.
And
so.
Excuse me, your words are like seeds. When they say it to you the first time, you don't feel it. When the second person say it, then it starts to grow in you. Then you start to think about it. But what this person saying is true. Somebody talked about me lately. They said, oh, you have double chin or something. I told the person instantly, bro, you won't tell me that. Because I feel like double chin is something that chubby people have. I'm not even chubby. You are trying to talk down me, something that I fought many years ago. You are trying to give me low self-esteem at this age and time. The next the person said, okay, the first time the person said it, cool, I shaved it off. The second time, person said it again. Then he now went as far as saying, did you see the video I sent to you on Instagram? I said, I don't understand. What are we doing? Are we even a talking stage? You are not even a friend to me yet. I cannot call you a friend yet, right? I should start going watching YouTube videos on how to lose my double chin. At this age and time, you should save that for maybe your girlfriend, maybe your fiance, or maybe your wife.
I think you just want to the kind of communication we have with people.
Now that you guys have said your own, I'm just remembering that back then in secondary school, when I was like in junior school, I used to do sports. But like I was also like slim. I actually never had a body right from day one. In fact, people used to mock me and tell me that Breeze can carry me and go. My mom was like, you not eat. When you eat if you go and use the toilet, that kind of thing. So, well, it never really like got to me. But I remember in junior school, every time I do sport, like oh, that time when we go for competition and they need people to throw that short put, discus.
Yeah,
I did this. Funny enough, I did discus. And when it was time to run, and by the time that I ran, they said I should run. Although I came first, they told me that you run like a chicken.
Jesus.
And that you seem like you're about to fall.
Wow.
Like, can you stand stable? Like, can you... That day, oh my God. I cannot lie. I think since that day, I didn't do any sports again.
For real?
I'm not even joking. I don't think I can do any sports anymore because it hits different. Like, it really did me. And it was quite embarrassing because it was on the field. Everybody was there.
It was so sad.
Experience.
We're going to take a quick break. When we return, we are going to be talking about this colorism in media and pop culture. Because, to be honest, it's a thing. When we come back from this break, we have this conversation. Please be on standby. We'll be back shortly. Glad to have you back. This is still Waste Breakfast. Hashtag what are you saying? And we are waiting to listen to what you have to say about it. We're still speaking to the topic, can colorism affect one's self-esteem? And I want to talk about the professional landscape. I mean, many Nigerians believe that lighter skin tone is associated with better economic opportunities, greater chance of being elected to political office, improved dating prospects, and greater physical attractiveness. This has led to an epidemic of skin bleaching, which has negative health impact. On TikTok, I think there's a challenge that everybody that has bleached one point of their life should stop bleaching. And I see some videos where I myself, I screamed. I didn't say I screamed. In fact, I preferred a bleaching self to a current self.
Oh, wow.
There's a cream that's also trending right now on social media space. Oh, if you buy this cream in Yoruba, it's Oti Bo 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 Kobo. If you buy this cream, 2 days, oh my bo, 7 days. It means you've tried to bleach your skin different times, but it's not bleaching. But this, if you apply this cream, it works magic. Ajebi don't. Like the way the person advertised it.
Yeah.
In 2 days time.
In 2 days time.
Nice one.
Now let's talk about the professional landscape. Ushers, event ushers. When they're looking for event ushers, 10 dark-skinned ladies are needed. They don't even need dark skin. It's always fair-skinned ladies. We need 5 fair-skinned ladies for
skin.
bottle girls. I think they are bottle girls.
Yes.
Yeah, for event ushers. Height again 5.8 and 2 point this thing. I need this job, but I'm not light-skinned. I'm not 5.8, but I know I can do this job better. But you decided to leave me and pick this other person. How do you want me to feel? Now, I'm trying to apply for a job at the media station. Okay, you didn't put any criteria out there. But when I got to the interview, okay, you told me straight to my eyes. I'm not saying it's happening to me. I'm just using myself as an example. It told me straight to my face that, you'd have preferred if I had a lighter skin, or if my chin go inside. What if you do Botox? You know what Botox injection means? So, do 1 or 2 things to correct your nose, correct your hair. What if you do Botox? Don't worry, the company will even pay for it. But I don't want to do it. I believe in myself. These things are happening not once, not twice, not 3 times. Let's talk about Brazilian butt lift, BBL. Some people do not just sleep and wake up and say they want to do BBL. Yes, behind this, we're talking about for a prostitution reason. But why will I want to do it if not for a reason? Okay, I've chosen this line of career. I want to be a prostitute. But to attract good men, to attract the likes of, God forgive me, I wanted to say,
I didn't hear that.
To attract people like that, I need to go work on my tummy. I need to remove the fat. I need to do that liposuction or BBL. So it's a thing. People are not just talking about it. What do we need to do different? Because it is you and I guess all the society. It starts from you, change starts from me, it starts from you, it starts from you, and then it continues to spread. What can we do differently? How can we make a change? How can we correct that job plug that stop saying fair-skinned girls? How can we do all of this?
First of all, you cannot actually hold anybody responsible for whatever choices or the kind of persons they want to employ, yeah? Because, I mean, if I'm running a hotel or probably I have a bar, right, and the calibers of people that come there, when I look at their money and all of these things, I feel like they are certain kind of girls. I feel like there are certain kind of persons I want to start employing, right? So if I now decide that, okay, I want to go for, you know, very fair, very light skin, right? I want to go for probably 5 feet or something, and they should be, you know, slim and all of these things. I mean, nobody should come and say, this is not me shading anybody. This is just me working in accordance to the kind of customers that I have. You understand what I'm saying? So you cannot tell me now that, okay, I'm insulting anybody or I'm shading anybody because of the criteria or the kind of personalities or the kind of people or preferences I am choosing to please my customers.
Okay.
That's one. Now, you made mention of people that do BBL and all of these things here. Honestly, I don't have an issue with you doing BBL and all of that. But if you now tell me that you're doing that for probably self-esteem purpose or confidence purpose, then I'm not this. I don't want to. I'm looking for the best words. I don't insult you, but I feel like that is wrong. You know, because I mean, why are you putting your confidence level or anything based on something that you have to do? Like, they are better. Being confident. I feel like being confident has nothing to do with all of those extra, because if they go wrong, you'll be worse.
Yeah.
Do you understand? If they go wrong, you'll be worse.
Let's open our phone lines. Let's see if our viewers have 1 or 2 things to say about it. Yeah. Have you ever suffered skin abuse or skin shaming round now? Have you ever been talked down on based on your skin or called wrong names? And did it at any point affect your self-esteem or probably still affecting your self-esteem? Call us. We'll be here to listen to you, and then we'll dissect this topic together.
So what I'm just saying in a nutshell is, in as much as you want to be confident, in as much as you try as much as possible not to do the wrong things because you're trying to be, you know, boost your confidence or your esteem levels. Yeah.
You know, I just want to go back to when you said model like height, this. But why do we have that mindset?
What mindset?
Why? In fact, why does the target audience? Why the target audience for that hotel? Why do they have that mindset?
Exactly. I was going to address that.
Why do we have that mindset?
Let me take it back to you. Do you have a preference when it comes to men?
I think, okay, let us start before you trade to me.
Wait.
Do you or do you not? Let me help you.
Okay, understandable.
Exactly. So what are you saying? We're humans, yeah. So everybody has a preference. So if I look at my customers, the caliber of people that come to come and buy drinks and unkobi and all of these things, and I feel like these persons, the people I see them with, are people that are fair. I have to make money, so I look for. It's a strategy.
And this is not fighting racism.
Okay. Do you know what? Okay. Let's differentiate preference from being insultive and shame.
I was going to talk about that.
Most people are just like, okay, I want this, but they don't. Not they're shutting you out.
Exactly. The boss telling you that you should work on whatever. That is now an insult. That is now because I mean, if you don't want to work with me, you don't want to work with me. Exactly. You look for your. Do you understand? You look for your kind of person. You don't tell me to work on my body in order for you to employ me. Yeah. So that's what is wrong.
Now, guys, before, we all know that light-skinned guys were the top of the table. They were every lady's preference. Every lady then light-skinned guys. Custard paint color. Lagos bus color. Have you seen it?
I wasn't one of them, though.
Because you're light-skinned.
Really?
No, funny enough, I actually, when it comes to color, complexion, I don't have a preference. But when it comes to height,
that's when I shame people.
I don't shame. Even if they come to me, even if like a short person should come to me, I will never tell you that your height is
Is the problem.
No. That's not even it. Sometimes you don't even look at the height anymore.
Do you know, when I asked you that question, I was waiting for you to allow me to give you an
But she
example.
was
Because I was almost coming for a short guy for you.
Okay, but like at least I don't shame them. Most people, they'll come after them like, you're too short. Why are you this short? Why you're in fact, you look like a dwarf.
So
They are quite insultive.
So there are two ways to that. This is not me shaking anybody's table, yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like this is like the honest truth. Do you understand? If I see someone like, I'm not talking again.
Still it there. Still it. So now let's talk about it on the impact of our mental and physical health. We already mentioned BBL, and you said if BBL should go wrong, it will be the individual that did the BBL will be the one to suffer.
Yeah.
Now let's speak about our mental health. Words, like I said earlier, are like seeds. Someone said to you today that you're too lanky, you will disappear. You know, there's a difference between slim and lanky. Lanky is already entering half of
Disappearance
slim.
group.
I had no day.
Have you heard you look like broomstick?
Oh, God.
Whoa, you
These
ever
words
heard that
are
one?
hurtful.
Oh, okay.
These words affect our mental health. Instead of you to think of, I think then if I had invested more in taking courses that I am doing now, maybe I would have done better. Maybe I've gone further in my career path. But I was checking online how to add weight without having belly fat. You want to add weight, but you don't want to have belly fat.
Yeah.
So you will either mix avocado in your smoothie. And avocado does not taste sweet. Anything avocado enters, it will ruin the entire thing. So I was checking more. Instead of me to invest my time, my mental health was disturbed. So how does this thing affect our mental health? Because in a way, to be honest, they do affect our mental health.
They do,
If it
actually.
hasn't happened to you personally, has it ever happened to a friend of yours? Has your friend ever cried? Okay, the guy she loves said, oh, he does not like her back.
Yeah.
I mean, I had this very close friend. She's dark-skinned, and then we kind of look alike, and we behave alike. So people are always comparing us together, and they're always like, "Oh, something is finer than you. Like, finer. Why are you so dark? Like, as me, they're always like, oh, as me, you were lighter, probably you guys would,
Blend.
maybe you learn, and maybe you will find out how you are now." And I'm always like, Then sometimes she just be like, sometimes she'll be quiet, sometimes she will talk, and sometimes she just be angry. And sometimes she wants to flare up and just start shouting. She just, maybe to me, she just be like, I don't like the way people talk. Like, what kind of rubbish is that? There's only one particular time that she cried. I'm just telling her that it's okay. To me, you look good. You look beautiful. And plus, if you look like me, come on. So I'm always trying to like boost her self-esteem and all. But I don't know.
Not working. Now let's talk about albinos. I think they say they have I don't know, is it melanin or something? Yeah. People like that are going through a lot.
Yeah, actually, I agree.
They are going through a whole lot. If they can call we normal people, why are you too dark? Why have you considered bleaching? Have you considered this thing? Have your stretch mark is too much. In uni, they used to call me zebra.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. People are quite insulting.
Yeah, I had stretch marks. So they said, why would you have stretch mark without adding weight? So that's what zebra looks like. Zebra has that mark on the body, but zebra is not big.
I love stretch mark. Hey.
So I was able to
like it though. I don't know.
I was able to hold my stance. Okay, I love my stretch mark, and that's it. Period. But then it made me reduce the way I flaunt my body. Before I used to, once I'm in the hostel, okay, yes, I'm in the hostel, please let breeze blow. But each time I remove my clothes, I'm like, oh, it's zebra, thunder strike this girl. I said, this girl. So it made me reduce the way I'm always an abaya girl. So you know, the any I've worn my abaya, right? So it's like a playful clothes for me. But then that's not what I want. I want breeze to blow me. I want to feel breeze on my skin. Now let's talk about the albinos. They should be in the midst of 1,000 people. You'll be able to spot them out. Their hair color, their body color. I've seen a couple movies where people try to preach about acceptance, about albinism. Stop. What's the word?
Insulting.
I'm trying to disengage or something. Stop degrading them and all of that. But are we actually stopping this thing?
No.
Well, I mean,
no.
It is society stuff, but again, it starts with each and every one of us here. I don't think I've actually had a conversation around this with an albino. But honestly, I love their skin. Do you know what it is to be different? people need to start understanding that. Do you understand? Once people can actually look at you and say and feel like there's something wrong with you, or you are flawed or something, I feel like that's where your beauty should actually be lying, honestly.
Because beauty
So,
is
yeah,
easier said
than
done.
Yes,
Truthfully,
but again,
Albinus, for example, you are always been talked
That one is
about.
actually
Some children do not want to
frequent.
play with you. Growing up as a child, some parents do not want their children to be friends with you. When you enter public transport, people are trying to move away from you because it's at times you don't want to feel it, but it's actually painful. When you're alone, it starts to play in your head.
Like they constantly mock them that they can see.
They constantly
Imagine
mock
someone
them.
just comes to your office and be like, how many is this? Like,
Have you
seen
you
this?
grew up in your Yoruba place?
Hmm.
Afima Jeyo, Auntie Afin, Mommy Oyinbo. So this thing is not only on them, on their family, on the mothers, on the fathers. The way you're about to say daddy girls. Why are you saying daddy girls? Are girls not children? You not hear them say daddy boys. It's daddy girls. Mommy Oyinbo, Mommy Afin. Yorubas don't ever put respect. Mommy Auntie Afin. Is that bad?
It's really that bad.
Is that
It's
bad?
really, really bad.
Well, I mean, I understand what you guys are saying here, and I'm not disputing. Honestly, I do. But I mean, what do we do to get better?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
The society needs to understand that these people are humans too.
Yes.
It's just as if I knew what this topic. There's this girl called Erica, right? And there's something she said something around anybody that tell you that you are not flawed. Just know that this person is lying. Yeah. So accept the fact that you are flawed. Do you get what I'm saying? So it is like I said earlier, it is you being self-aware. Yes, and I am an albino. So that makes me different. Yeah. That makes I feel like their color is actually very spectacular. It's very special. So anybody that is actually castigating or insulting, I feel like that's on you, honestly speaking. So we need to start being self-aware so that you don't lose guard or be off guard. Or I'm trying to get that particular word where somebody has insults you or probably states the obvious and you're being angry about it. Yeah. I mean, just you listen to what this babe was saying yesterday when she said, if somebody's telling me I'm fat, you just stating the obvious because honestly, I am fat. So why do you think I'm supposed to get angry because you're telling me the obvious? Do you understand? So being self-aware, then not taking it to what a therapist will actually tell you. You having this short notes of whatever you want to call yourself, probably being positive or, let me not say manifestation, I've heard they say it's witchcraft. But you're having this short note in your house or in your room or something that when you wake up, you're seeing it. There's this my friend that has, because him too is slim and is actually very dark. In short, they call him darkish or so in this place. But now he's even him that'll tell you, don't worry, for short form, if you call me darkish, do you understand? Right. He has this motivational something in his phone where even when he opened, you will see something, I am this, I am that, I am best, I am the best, I am, so even his ringing tone, because he kind of had issues with it too, having to accept the fact that he's dark, right? You're having to accept that, okay, this is how I am. So, do you understand? This is how God created you. If the Bible can actually tell you that you are beautiful, that he actually created you in his own image,
wonderfully
then
made.
Do you understand? So why are you angry or why are you feeling some type of way because of what other persons have said? I feel like you should own up to who you are, accept yourself for who you are, then move.
I love it. Let's hear from you on the way forward, how to act like we don't care. No, how to not actually care.
How to not actually care. I feel like maybe every day you look at yourself every day. I feel like you just have to open your eyes, look at yourself in the mirror every day, tell yourself you are beautiful. There's a reason why God made me like this. I'm not changing for anybody. Just this daily positive affirmation to yourself. And then when everybody's talking down to you, you give them back. Like, you have to stand up for yourself. Be confident in yourself. I'm not even, okay,
Some people actually learn the hard way.
Sometimes they learn the hard way,
trying to give them back.
And it's even quite sad that
the
even
person that told me to go and be reducing my neck chin now. It's just close to madness.
I think it just depends on your personality or who you are. I'm very sure if I am the person, I'll just probably look at you and be like, you're not worth my time.
Yeah, sometimes you just keep quiet, let them feel like a fool.
Okay, sorry.
Exactly.
Okay, I thought we had a call on standby.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we have a call. Emmanuel, good morning. You're live.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you very much for calling.
Okay. What's our topic today? What are we talking about today?
We're speaking to colorism.
Come again?
We're speaking about colorism.
Colorism.
I suggest to call us
Okay.
back. I'm not sure you've been a part of the conversation since morning. Thank you very much.
But this program is not on air right now.
Thank you very much for calling. Do enjoy the rest of your day. So we are gradually trying to wrap up the show, and we are speaking to how to be better. You've said yours. My own is we as mothers of either special children or I don't use the word special because even autism children, they don't call them special anymore.
Yeah.
If you know that you have a child that probably he or she is albino, maybe too lanky, maybe extra dark or extra fair, ensure that you build in them very good self-esteem.
Yes.
Ensure that people do not call you mommy dudu. Ensure that people do not call mommy albino. Then in society, in schools, let's preach inclusivity. In schools, the principal of schools, the headmasters or head teachers, the classmates, the school teachers, the class teachers, ensure that the students are one. Don't if you yourself are trying to segregate one child, there's no way other students in class or other pupils in class will not segregate that child.
Yeah.
So ensure that we are all the same way they do ramps for public offices for people living with disabilities. That's how we are going to do this thing. And then environmental factor. There's a lady that I follow. She's very bossy, Choma Love. I love her because she's bossy and she's proud of it. She's very, very bossy. Look at Dorothy. She came to Big Brother Nigeria. So if you have a certain thing that makes you exceptional, please be proud of yourself. You're exceptional. You're beautiful and wonderfully made. And like you said, to be honest, daily words of affirmation helps. What you see on the wall, what you see on your phone. I learned something recent and I've been saying it to myself. Okay. Yes. I would not bring down the price of rice, and I cannot use my hand to inflate to increase my salary. Yes, I can take other side jobs. Yes, that's the way I can do to be better.
Yeah.
But I will say good things to myself.
Definitely.
So whatever thing you are, whatever people are saying about you, I beg of you, please do not feel bad. Do not force yourself into depression, low self-esteem, and whatever it's called. I think this is a wrap up the show for today. It will come your way again tomorrow, but do not forget to subscribe rather to our YouTube channel at Official Upgrade TV. And also you can interact with us further via our different social media platforms. Till we come your way again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tech Friday. You don't want to miss it. See you tomorrow. Ladies, thank you very much.